Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, but bitch, we got views.
TV. And we are here. We're back again, man. This guy's been on ChadArmesTV before. He's been on the podcast, but we wanted to do a proper sit down with him. This is my dog Trapperman Dale, man.
Man, it is a blessing to be here again.
For sure, man. I appreciate you for letting me pull up and do this, man. I know that when we're filming this, you've got a new tape dropping, and we're gonna get into all that stuff. But I wanna go through and kind of start from jump, and then kind of just go through everything up to now, leading up to the new tape. And then you want to tell me a little bit about the new tape real quick before we get.
The new tape, Hard Times.
Yeah.
And it's actually supposed to had dropped on the 19th.
Yeah.
And due to me being a perfectionist, due to me being just loving my craft so much, I had to unsubmit it to, fix some things and then resubmit it. So, it'll be out real soon, within a few days. But Hard Times is probably this is my favorite project. Probably because, the name speaks for itself, and I was going through so much that, like, the studio was just a way of me channeling it was just a way of me channeling everything that I was going through. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's soulful. It's storytelling. Basically, this is my diary. So,
right.
this city means a lot to me, actually.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, when this is out, obviously we will have the all the links to get this. We'll put the link to the YouTube that all the videos drop on, obviously, where y'all can go pick that up. But I want to start back from the beginning, like growing up. Like, you said you're from here?
I'm from Nashville.
You're from Nashville?
Yes, sir.
And like, what was growing up like in Nashville for you?
I think it was more so. I can't say that it was. Well, growing up, it was fun, actually. Like, with anything that you have, you got your ups and your downs.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
As far as, like, coming up as a kid, like, my mom had me doing football. I played every sport except soccer and stuff like that. But, like, so I was an active kid. Like, I played a lot of sports. I was actually real good at them. You got your neighborhood centers. So that's how a lot of us in the city kind of know each other. Okay, I know he used to go to McFerrin Center, or he used to go to Red Shield, or he used to, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it was rough, but it was fun too at the same time. Like, it was fun at the same time. My childhood was, but it was more. It just depends on, like, what age groups are you. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst either.
It wasn't the worst either. But then it's just like, when we was coming up, when you got your 5, 6, all the way up to your 10 and 12 and 11. See, once you get a teenager, then that's when stuff kind of become a little bit more, become a little bit more realer to me. Like, when I was a kid, it was did kid things, but then when you get out in the real world and you ain't, you away from your mom and stuff like that. Now, see, that's the type of. Now that's when you say, what was it like coming up in there? Because it was just like, well, shit. We gonna speak on that. It was rough then, but as far as with my mom and stuff like that, I had a hell of a childhood growing up. Like, it was fun growing up down here.
You said you played multiple sports?
I played all sports.
What was your favorite one?
Football is my favorite sport.
Yeah,
football is my favorite sport.
Yeah.
But, like, I was so good at baseball that it was just like, maybe I should have, you know what I'm saying? So, football is my favorite sport because it was contact.
Yeah, for sure. And baseball, it's such, like, compared to football, it's so much slower.
I
love baseball.
It is.
As a kid too, but for me, it was about football too, or basketball, really.
Yeah, basketball.
You got brothers or sisters or anything?
Yeah, I got one sister.
Okay. So yeah, so growing up, so at what time when you were growing up did you feel, what started drawing you to music? Was that later, or was you doing that like while you was growing up, playing sports, all that? Was you still like as far as rapping, and what got you into listening? You know, just people you were around, or
you mean like what started me to actually like, or was I kind of doing it back then too?
Yeah, like what got you into thinking like, maybe this is something I'd want to try to do as far as music? Was that later on, or was that?
It was later on for sure.
Okay.
Now I always loved music.
Yeah.
Now I always loved it, but as far as me actually thinking about a studio, or it was later on because when I first walked into a studio and I actually seen the studio, then that's when I kind of got caught on. Like maybe I'll take it back. When I was in middle school, me and my homeboy Brandon, he actually used to do recording things in his house and stuff. So he used to have like he used to do with the Fruit Loops and stuff like that, the little microphone and stuff like that, but it was bogus, you know.
Right, it was like
just us playing, so you know, but just like as far as me actually wanting to do it, it was later on. It was definitely later on.
Yeah. Growing up, like, did you listen to pretty much everything, or was it more just rap? Did you listen to R&B and like older different genres, or was it mainly rap stuff? Growing up with my mom, it was a little bit of old school and you know R&B, because it was, you know, it's all girls around where I'm at, right?
Even with my cousins and all that stuff like that. So it was kind of like this is the God honest truth. The only access I had to rap music was I had a Hot Boy CD because when Cash Money came out, they was everywhere, and Starlito. Yep. Back then he was All-Star. You know what I'm saying? He was calling himself All-Star, Cadville, Prince.
Yep.
And
that's what I found out
was
about
a CD
him.
that
when I found out about him.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
That's the only CDs that like I kind of, you know, I mean, that's the only, you know, like as far as the rap, just I never had access to listen to those things. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like I always ran into a Star CD though.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was
especially being from around here.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm 30 minutes north of here, almost in Kentucky, and I found out about Star through people that I was listening to there.
Right.
Through burned CDs or mixtapes in the CD warehouses back then or whatever.
Right.
So that was that around the time, was it 03, 04 when you was talking about all that? Were you still not doing music or even writing or nothing like that?
I wasn't doing nothing.
And you finally just said what?
I played sports.
Yeah, okay.
So it was just, my head was gone over that.
Yeah.
But like I always probably had a CD player, walking around with a CD player, stuff like that, you know.
You was a fan, you just wasn't
active.
Yeah, wanting to do it yourself, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you said what made you want to start writing? You said it was the first time you stepped inside a studio? Or was it?
When I stepped inside a real studio, that's when I kind of got drawn to it. Yeah. You know, because like I said, my homeboy was rapping at first, the one that passed away. The guy rest his soul, Dante's house, you know what I'm saying? So, when like those are the only times we kind of had, you know what I'm saying? That's the only time that I kind of actually was watching people that do these type things. Because Donnie used to love going to the studio, doing a video. Because that's when I first heard about Charlie P. He shot a video with Charlie P on Christmas, and it was a Dream Team Bands video. And he just was drawn to the camera and stuff like that. Like, and when I seen, like, you know, the way it's different from us watching videos sometimes, because like I think Buck had just kind of got his back in the day when Buck got his little, you know, deal with 50 or whatever, and he did he actually had did a video like going around through the city and stuff like that. So shit like that those are the only times that we, you know, kind of I don't know. Yeah,
that was around the time you started feeling like maybe this is something that I want to start trying to do.
That I can start doing.
Start motivating you.
I know it's touchable now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
And what year was this? What you said, was this with Shout out Charlie. Was it with?
It was
like 2011, 12-ish, or was it after that?
Damn, I forgot when. I want to say it was 2011.
Yeah.
Yep. It was 2011.
Because that's when he started doing the Black Fly stuff and doing the videos and stuff. Yeah.
You feel me? So when we got, that's when I actually started just liking it, like just really just, because nobody knew I could rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have never recorded before, and he passed away, and we did a song, and it was just like, I don't know, it was just like me in the studio clicked. It was like it was always there. I just never.
I'm trying to remember, but when I interviewed Paper was talking about how he knew you, because you were young. You're younger than Paper.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But he said you used to. I think you used to be around some people he was around, and he remembered you from back in the day. He was talking about
and
when I did his sit down interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that. I think in the interview I did with him last year.
Man, Paper's another one. You get what I'm saying? Like, I used to actually on the weekends, I used to actually be in Paper back seat.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said in the interview.
Listen,
yeah.
He used to go around every club. I'm talking about, like, I witnessed it.
Yep.
Like, I witnessed and I still, even then, I still never even was thinking about, like, okay, I want to do, you know what I'm saying? I had seen it. Like, Paper used to go around I used to be in Paper back seat, man. He picking up money from every club on the weekend, and he doing shows, and it was fun. Like, he was having fun with it, and it was just like, I witnessed that, like, you know. So when I started doing it, that's something that I always would think about it. Me and him would laugh about it. Just be like, man, all that time, y'all never knew that you could even, man, you know, sometimes you gotta play a role, and it ain't your time, so.
Yeah. So where we left off at, so you was talking about Paper, and you were starting to kind of get into, this is maybe something I think I could do as far as music-wise.
Yeah, it was just like, well, it kind of wasn't at first, because it was just like a kid. I'm still a kid at this point, man. I don't really even supposed to be outside.
Yeah.
You feel? I'm one of it's like it. Like, so you sneaking around and you going to see Paper do all these things.
Oh, so you still a teenager at this time?
Yeah, I was still a teenager at this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when Paper and Star started to really shake shit, it was like 03, 04.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that's when I remember just going off of Paper's interview. I want to say, because he was doing stuff with Pistol and all that, prior. But he linked up with Star, I want to say, through Fade or something, but that was about that time, though.
It was about that time, yeah. Because, what was the name of that record store that used to be on Jackson?
New Life?
It was New Life on? Nah, New Life
it wasn't. I know exactly what you're talking about, though. That's why I used to get out. Yeah.
It was like a, I
know, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It wasn't Keys.
Key to Music? I don't know if it was. It was something else. But I know exactly what you're talking about, because that's where I used to go get my mixtapes at.
Yeah, that's where they shot that little historical picture at.
Yeah.
Via Nashville, you feel me? Fade.
Yeah. But, so when you finally, do you remember when, like around the time that you did your first piece of music, like recorded your first? Yeah. I know you dropped your first project in 2016.
Yeah, I remember when my homeboy passed.
Okay.
It was actually a tribute song.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that was it right there. Like, so it was just like after that, I kind of just stayed in the studio, because it was already had. You gotta think, like, we used to record on 40th at a design house, Miss Mary. We used to record on, but we used to hustle right across the street at Mr. Bobby house. Plus the jungle was right next. Like, if you walk outside of Mr. Bobby house, you can cross the street. You're in the jungle, but if you can go across the street at the red light, and then you right here, and so you can look. She can actually look at us and see how she can sit on her porch and just look at us every day. So they just selling these look. Yeah. And it was just like, if we not right there, we was in our recording then. Plus when he got killed, it was something that kind of when somebody died that close from some gun violence, like we kind of was nailed together.
No, for sure.
So you know what I'm saying.
It's almost like you lost part of yourself when he passed away.
For sure. It was something, and it was spooky, because it was just like, all from nonsense, like from some stuff that didn't even have nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I kind of think the studio was somewhere that it helped us get through what we was going through at that time.
Yeah.
So to be honest, man, I think that's the first time I ever actually talked about that, but I think that is what started me from doing it. Like, that's what actually started me to rap.
Yeah, and I guess one way to look at that situation is, you know, sad as it was losing him is what inspired you to want to record yourself.
It is.
And look at kind of what you've built here with that. So it's like, I know it's probably like a tribute to your boy too, that you're doing what you're doing, you know, but if there's a silver lining in that situation, I guess that's one way to look at it.
And that's why that's what I was trying to go with. Like, it was like, well, you know, the situation is messed up, but it's kind of like, if it wasn't for that, like, I probably, you know, I'd still be out there.
Yep.
You know, like, so it was kind of like something that kind of just, it was a place that was keeping me away from that.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a blessing, and just, I think that was the blessing that I got out of it.
No, for sure, man. I'm sure, dude. I mean, hearing you talk about that, that's what it sounds like, you know, and then I'm sure in everything that you do musically, you know, that's always something that's probably inspiring you, even if it's subconsciously, because you know that that was your people, you know.
Right.
So that's always going to be something that I'm sure keeps you going and stuff. So the first album that you did, did you release any singles before that, or did you just put that project out? Was it Coke Shack? Was that the first one? Or did you do an EP or anything before that?
6 Rings.
Oh, 6 Rings was before that one?
6 Rings was the first thing I ever put out.
Gotcha, okay.
6 Rings was the Coke Shack came behind it because 6 Rings was just jacking for beats.
Oh, gotcha, okay, so it was a mixtape. Yeah,
so at this time, I like I say, I was freshly getting out. And, you know what I'm saying, because when I was rapping, like, before I went to jail, that's when I first started rapping. That's when my partner got killed and stuff like that, and I ended up going on a run and stuff like that. So the songs we actually did, we never put them out. It was just somehow people was getting them around town, and like, we don't know how they was getting our songs. We don't even know. Like,
when did you go in? What time frame was that?
2015.
And how long?
2014. And I stayed in a year and like 2 months. So I got out like 2015. And
when you got out, when you started taking the music more seriously, you'd say?
Yeah, for sure.
Because before you was just, like you said,
because I ain't been back.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
So ever since I done that, I literally have not been back.
Yeah, well that's good, bro. That's definitely good.
Now I might have had to slip up to where I might have had to go record or something, but I have not had to spend the night and sleep in jail since then.
That's good, man. So, that's how you know you're doing something right. You know, it sucks that you had to go do that at all, but the fact that since you got out and you've been able to make a positive,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's and everybody I see from when I was in there, they tell me that same thing, bro. I'm proud of you, because they know, like, they didn't know I could rap because I was never rapping in jail. Like, I'm trying to figure out what to get up out of here.
For sure.
That's for one. I ain't trying to lose no time. I ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? So my whole objective when I'm in there is like, alright, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm adapted to my environment. Like, I know I'm in jail, but I know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for one, I'm not finna be the hee and ha in here. I need to be thinking about what the hell I'm gonna do when I get out. And that was the only thing. Being asleep, man, that's the first place he took me to was the studio.
Mm-hmm.
We found one, we ended up finding one in out east in a trailer park.
Oh man, okay, yeah.
And we ended up recording there. I recorded 125. This song called 125.
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
I recorded that, that's what done it. We were just like, man, nah, that's what we gonna do.
That's dope, man. So you did 6. Was that when you did 6 Rings, or was that?
That's when I did 6 Rings.
Okay.
After I did 125, I did 6 Rings. Now when I came home, my partner and them, they was rapping on Clarksville Highway at Cook-Up spot. Cook-Up had a spot on Clarksville Highway.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
Bandplay was up there.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I seen like
this 2015-ish, 2016-ish.
It's 2015-ish.
Yeah.
When I seen Band, it was just like Band always been cold. I'm like, who is this? Cause I never knew who Band was.
That was your
like,
first time meeting him.
This is my first time meeting him.
Yeah.
You know, Cook-Up, Cook-Up, he a character anyway. Like Cook-Up he always been him, you feel me? So, you know, and I always knew Cook-Up, so it was just like, it was crazy. So, when we was on, my fault. I met Band on Clarksville Highway, and it was just like, I started recording over there, and I'm like, okay, boom, this a bigger studio. I'm like, okay, damn, this is a nice studio right here. This ain't that trailer park I was just recording.
Out east,
out east. I'm like, I ain't going way out there. Boom, I started recording right there, so it was just like, I kind of got the hang of it. I was putting a lot into it.
Did Band start making tracks for you then?
We ended up building a relationship. Like Band, if we was in there, you was working.
No, for sure.
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because that was early on for him too. Right?
Yeah, he was hungry.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you was in there, you were working.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I had some stuff that I was doing with Band, but I had a lot of my stuff like I already had, like I already done up type stuff. So. Was
the stuff you're talking about? Is that stuff that went on Kochak, or was that before that?
Yeah, that stuff that kind of went on Kochak, stuff like that.
And that was before you met Lito or anything.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Okay, so you dropped Kochak in 2016, and then the same year, is that when you dropped Fidel Castro too?
I dropped Fidel. Was it Fidel Castro or was it 91? It was Fidel Castro.
Since Fidel Castro was New Year's Eve 2016.
Yeah.
And then 91 you dropped in 20. This is what it's saying.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because 91 I probably dropped with bro. I think I was because I think New Level is on 91.
Yeah, because Fidel Castro's New Year's Eve 2016.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. I can't keep up with it myself.
No, dude, I already know how it goes, man. When you're working, dude, a lot of times you just got your head down and you're just knocking stuff out and moving through it. So do you want to talk about New Level's on 91.
91.
That's when I found out about you, and I went back and listened to the older stuff, but the 91 project, somehow I came across Trap Ambitions. I don't remember how I found out about it. It had to have been something through Lito, or something that maybe he shared. I can't remember what it was. It may have been New Level that he shared that I found out about your work.
Because he ended up getting on New Level.
Because Star has introduced me to so many artists over the years. That's how I found out about Kevin Gates. That's how I found out about Young Dolph.
That's how I found out about Dolph and you know what I'm saying.
Because you were probably doing the same thing because that was before you was even making music at that point.
For sure.
So like that's how I found out about so many of those cats was through Lito.
For sure.
Do you remember when you and him first met? Was it through Bandplay? Was it through that situation or was it something?
Cause I don't know cause I actually don't know if they was if Band was really messing. Band was low. Nobody knew who Band was. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying nobody knew who he was. I'm saying like as far as
he was early on, just like you.
Y'all were so you gotta think like Star like, man, stop moving like the president.
Yeah, he been moving. He been doing shit 10, 12 years.
So this damn near like if he come in the room, if he would have came in the room at that point, we all would have been like, damn.
Lito's in here, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it was just like, we kind of met Star around the time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and Bam met him kind of like together type stuff.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Or shit, I don't know. He might have done this Band beats that I don't know about, but
right.
As far as I knew when I came home, Bam was, Bam was at Cook-Up spot every day, and Cook-Up and Star been knowing each other.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, when I did the Hot Chicken project, by this time I got a relationship with Bam.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I'm like, man, Bandplay got plenty of beats, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
You know, we got all kind of, that's how that went.
So y'all just linked up, and then that's when you ended up wanting to get him on New Level. Is that how that happened, or was it a song you already had?
Nah, that was a song that he picked.
Oh, okay, hell yeah.
That was a song that I had already done, and he was just telling me that, like, that was one of his.
Like he messaged with that when he was jumping. Yeah, that's cool. And that was 91 was you dropped that, like I said, and that was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
In 4/20, 2018.
Okay.
And then that same year is when you dropped you. So this is what I wanted to ask you about too. What led to you and him doing the Trap Star tape? Was it a situation where he really liked what you were doing, and
I think it was that, and it was just like, and at the time, like I said, like you got to think, band produced the whole
project.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just like, it kind of was just like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
It just went together. Band around and me, and you know, me and Star, Star, he blessed me to let me, do a whole tape with me. And that's how it went.
Which is still that album is front to back, dog. It's what did you say? What do you say about your new project? No skips.
No skips.
Yeah, there's no skips on that on Trap Star.
I'm talking about none, and it ain't no skips. I'm talking, when we did Trap Star, that was it did something like just like the video. When we was shooting the video outside out in my parts, they wrecked that car. They hit that old lady car like that.
Yeah. It is because they were looking at y'all.
And that's because, and we hearing but I can't even do nothing because at the time I'm like, I still got to go in here. I got to keep performing. We got a red camera right here, so all I hear, boom, it's time to go. We crossed the street. We went over there at the gas station. I swear, we about 15, 20 minutes, police was all over there. I was like, man, this is crazy. But it was doing it. Yeah, where we was going, it was just, we was outside and it was just like, man, look at them, man, they over there. Yeah.
So you and Star doing that tape, how much of a jump did you see a huge jump in your following? I mean, clearly, would that be something that you saw?
Yeah, like, shoot, obviously, it shit light on my situation.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was just like, but it was just like, you get up, but the only thing is, you can lead somebody to the, you get what I'm saying? You can lead,
for sure.
But it's on people to gravitate to him.
Yeah.
So it was just like,
he can throw you the O, but you still got to dunk to something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
And then everybody just like what they like type stuff. You know what I'm saying? People just, I just so happen to, I gravitate to a certain audience, and I love my people. Like, they love me, I love them. And it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can just, it's just like it. Because there's a lot of music that I actually don't like and don't listen to. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a lot of stuff that I listen to. The people be surprised, like, damn, I'm trying to listen to that. But I just, you know what I'm saying?
That's cool though. That's cool that's cool when you find stuff out like that. At least to me, it is when I find something out about somebody that I wouldn't expect.
Right.
You know, especially when it's music taste and stuff like that. So when y'all dropped the Trap Star tape, were you already grind hard then, or was that something that happened after that, or was that around the same time, or when y'all dropped that one? Yeah, because y'all dropped that September 14th of 2018 is when Trap Star dropped.
I'm trying to think though. Yeah, because when Hot Chicken dropped, 2017?
I think so, yeah. Look.
Because we done Trap Star so quick. Or did it drop
2017 was Hot Chicken, yeah. Hot Chicken dropped July 4th, 2017.
Ah, damn, yeah, July 4th. You right.
Because you was on Out of Time on that one.
Yeah, you right. So we just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of happened, like, just
organically kind of came about. That's dope, man.
Like,
that's the best way when stuff happens that way, man. That's kind of the best way for it to happen. Where it doesn't seem forced or,
Yeah, because it ain't never been like, it ain't never been no type of pressure on no, you know what I'm saying, on nothing on that end type stuff. Like I am myself. I'm my own artist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So it's just like it's a big family to be around. Really, just
yeah. Well, it's dope to see, man. Because for the whole time I've been following All Star, then Starlito, I've just watched. It just seems like everybody. He just seems like a really genuine dude, and I've never met him, but I've been a fan of him for years. But he just seems like a good-hearted person that always likes helping out people. Because like stuff like all the people like that's on Grind Hard and people that he extends the hand to. You know, what I mean, he just seems like a family kind of.
My homeboy, my homeboy Skinny, recipes Skinny. My homeboy Skinny was a Stoffanetti.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, you gotta understand, real. With that situation, it's just like it's just putting you in place to, you get what I'm saying? Like it's just putting you in place to, but it's on you to just work type stuff.
Yeah, for sure. He gives you the opportunity, but like you said, you still gotta get up just because he gives you the outlet. Similar to the looks that Jelly does for me and Squints and all those.
You know,
Same
so
situation.
It's just like,
Same situation. You still gotta put the work in. You still gotta.
Yeah.
You still gotta, But that's cool though. That's dope that's how that works.
He ain't never. It's just like, man, he gonna put you on anything you need to know.
Yep.
You feel me? It ain't nothing I can say that's just like, he's just him.
Yeah. Well, he like you said, he's been, with him being around so long, he's pretty much seen all of it when it comes to the music stuff. So it's, so following y'all's joint project, that's when you was working on Del Chapo, right?
Yeah, I was working on Del Chapo right after that. You gotta think, I'm fired up now.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm trying to go on here. I ain't trying to play no games and nothing. Like, I'm fired up now. It's just like, shoot, it's time to hit the ground and run.
Yeah.
Ain't no point of, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was an opportunity for me to just. Now it's time to see. Okay, boom. Okay, we can see he got high. Because he just did the table style. You know what I'm saying? But he good too. Like, he can actually make music. Like,
yeah, because you got to think, probably even though you had already done a few solo projects, you were probably new to a whole new audience because of Lito, right? So
because man, I'm talking about, man. I'm telling you, I just did Space like 2 days ago. And I actually got to send their CDs out the mall. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's so many, I got so much love, it's like not in the city type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not even the city. Like, it's literally it's everywhere else. Like, Texas. And it's just like, so, like, I got real genuine love down here too. I got genuine love in the city too. But, like, that's a blessing just to have a fan base that's like, that can reach everyone. Yeah,
man, and that Del Chapo, that may be my favorite project from you. I think.
It's it definitely standing out. Yeah,
I think I'm a fan of all the stuff that you've dropped, but there's something about Del Chapo. Maybe it was because it was the first solo record after the joint tape that. And Pitbull in a Skirt's my favorite song you've done.
Okay. Okay.
So when you did that one, I was like, because I had already heard the stuff with Star, and I heard a few of your solo songs like the Trap Ambitions, but Pitbull in a Skirt, when I heard that one, I was like, yeah, he's really leveling up. Like, you could tell like you were leveling up for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And that seemed like that one, your recording process seems very, like, you seem to record a lot. And because you don't, what I try to tell people too, man, you can drop a project and sit on it for 2 years or a year, but we're in the age now where you really can't, unless you're just way.
Yeah, and that's what be shocking me too, cause and you are definitely right. I don't mean to cut you off about that.
No, you good.
Definitely right. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Like you can't do it, and it'd be crazy, cause it'd be like I feel like I take too long to drop.
And you drop a lot, dog. And but I see why you think that way, because
like I feel like I take too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you dropped Del Chapo, and then was it even a year between that one and then Flight Risk? Did you drop that one during pandemic?
Yeah.
Flight Risk, because that's when you dropped the COVID joint and all that, right?
Yeah.
But like, again, going back to it, 2018 was Trap Star, but you also did 91 the same year, and then the next year is when you dropped Del Chapo, and then the next year you dropped. You see what I'm saying? So you're still.
So it ain't like, but well, I guess because I feel like the year span. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess that's why I feel like it. But yeah, I can see what you're saying though.
But people don't want to do. It's just to a point now, man, where it's like one a year sometimes don't feel like enough to people.
Nah.
And that's crazy. But that's what I was saying, that to say your work ethic's crazy, because fun fact, while we're recording this, your tape is done and is about to drop this week.
Exactly.
And you're going to the studio to record stuff for whatever you want to do later.
Man, I'm trying to come out. I'm trying to go on here to Cadillac, because guess what? I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about this tape. I feel good about it. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
Like, it's different, and I think, like I was saying, I don't know. I don't even remember if the camera was on or not, but like, this time when I recorded, it was through, like, the tape was just self-explanatory all the time, you feel me? So, me not being able to talk to nobody and stuff like that, like, the studio was a place that I could just go in and just be.
What was it about? You just was, like, since you dropped Flight Risk and then you dropped Del Chapo 2, you dropped that end of last year, right? November-ish last year?
November.
Because I remember when you did that release party.
Yeah,
you dropped it. Black Friday. You dropped it Black Friday. Yeah. Damn, but then you dropped singles. I mean, you dropped the 6 Rings EP in 2021 too.
Yeah, I kind of dropped a couple singles too.
Because you dropped
Mike
Lowry. Yep. Yep. So leading up to, so you put in all this work, and then it leads up to what you're working on now, which is fixing to drop. And the new project that you're fixing to drop, we could expand more on that. Like you said, that this one, you were going through a lot during the recording process of this when you said?
Yeah. Like, you know, it was a way of channeling with it. Like, because, you know, I rarely go through shit.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, like, I noticed, like, when I was younger, like, stuff that, you know, made me feel like you know, there was just like, when stuff got too hard when I was young, I used to kind of ball up.
Yeah, shut down.
I shut down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like, I can handle anything, but it's just like I shut down with the people around me type stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a way of channeling it. Like, this time I was like, anytime something was going on or something like that, I go to the studio. And it was so crazy because this is the only tape that I actually haven't wrote nothing. Like, I've been it was just,
wow, so you didn't write anything for this album?
Nah, I ain't write none of this. And that was so crazy. It was just like, when it was though, but when you hear it, the beats is like they soulful. Like, so it's just something come to my head. If I get that first sentence, I'm gone. Like,
and so that's crazy that you said that. That's awesome, especially knowing that before I get to listen to the album. Going into it, like, up until that, how is your writing process? Do you write on your phone? Do you write on?
I write on my phone.
So you just, but have you done anything like that before, where you didn't write nothing and just went in there? Any of the songs you've done previous?
No, cause I used to like before I recorded Trap Star, I used to have my songs I already wrote. They already used to be done. So once I go to the studio, I'm knocking 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm just knocking them out because I already know how I want them. I already know what's going on. when I got to working with him, it wasn't like it. Like you had to actually be in the studio with him, and you know what I'm saying, be in there and working with the. So that was different for me, and that was the first time I was doing shit like that. But it was sometimes when he'll just go in that mud and just, you know what I'm saying, and it'd be like, oh, okay, nah, I don't record like that. But I don't know. The more that I actually have, like, the more I record, the better I get, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you think that's one of the reasons why maybe this project, you said this is your favorite one?
Yeah.
Do you think that may be why?
Yeah, I definitely think.
Or have something to do with why?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you didn't have to write any of it because it was so.
That, and it was like I said, it's like it's like a journal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's but it's still that trap.
Yeah.
It's still it's just like.
It's just more like.
It's more
real life type of vibes
Yeah.
with this one. But that's dope though, because you've shown that on the other projects too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe not as much as you're showing it on this one that you got coming out, but that's just all part of like your story, dog.
Yeah.
You know, that's all like what you're putting out is that's all part of what you're
like
doing.
to homemaker scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes people want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like I gave them that type stuff this time. And it's gonna be dope though.
Is the production pretty much what you got a little bit of everything on as far as production, or did you stick with the same producers for it?
Actually, I got a lot of new producers though.
That's cool.
But a couple of them from down here, like I don't know if you know Raw Tune.
Mm-hmm.
Raw Tune actually got it one.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I've been knowing that for years.
Trip, young light skinned Trip.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. He we actually got a one on there.
That's cool.
I'm trying to think of who else. Of course Band.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think like who was I think they're on it too. I supposed to did one with Chill, but I never.
Shout out DJ Chill. That's,
Yeah,
that's
that's my
family
boy.
too, dog. That's
Yeah,
Jelly's.
that's
That's
my
Jelly's
boy.
boo, yeah.
So,
Salute to him getting that placement with Bag and getting that placement
I
with
know
Jelly
that's
and Brantley
right.
Gilbert too, dog, at the same time.
boy, that was a blessing. Listen to me.
Yeah, Chill's good people, man. Just from knowing Jelly and being involved with Jelly, and then I've gotten to know Chill a lot better. And Chill's a good dude, man. I'm glad to see him win like that, especially going out there.
Nah,
and he
he
kills it
deserves
on stage with Jelly too.
Yeah, he actually deserved it.
Yeah,
That's my
man.
boy. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. That's my boy.
Yeah, that
I was surprised when I heard him making beats too, though.
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't know
They actually good.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't know that he was a producer at first. I just knew he was a DJ that was Jelly's DJ on tour.
Yeah.
Then when I would go to the studios and stuff, he'd be up there in the studio, and I'm like, oh, I didn't. And then he told me he made beats. I didn't even know
He
that.
make beats and they good.
Yeah, they're dope.
Yeah.
On this project, you said you got 11 tracks on it.
11.
How many did you record to pick that 11? A bunch. Is there a bunch that you didn't use? Is that how you normally do? I know everybody does differently when they record. Do you record a big batch and then just pick and choose, or do you just record
Sometimes I just actually I might have not used one song.
Okay, so there's different. Everybody's different. Like sometimes you can
I
record.
might not use one.
Yeah, until you just feel like it's good. Like we're good on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it all solo stuff, or do you got features on it?
No. I ain't got no features,
That's
nada.
no good.
It's just me live. It's my journal. It's my personal.
That's dope,
So,
man.
Yeah.
And you've proven that you can do that. You've done that on other projects too.
Yeah.
To where you can do just you know, and that just says something too about the project too, because the fact that it's all solo joints, the fact that you didn't have to write anything,
Yeah.
it seems like a much more personal album.
is,
Not that the other ones weren't, but it just seems like
It's
this one's more.
And I'm glad I'm putting that out there. Like
Mhm.
it's me venting. So
Yeah, for sure.
you get what I'm saying? Like when I was in the studio, it was just being a producer. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I like to record with the lights off anyway.
Yeah.
So when I'm in there recording, I'm already, the lights off, and like in the booth type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's a vibe, dude.
It's just a vibe.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It was just like I shocked the producers half the time. You know what I'm saying? I shocked Top at the time half the time. They'll tell you like, man, he was in the zone. So like I really was in the zone this time.
That's dope, dude. Well, I'm
I
looking
can't
forward.
wait till it come out.
I know, man. I'm looking forward to this week, man. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the project dropping. I know you are.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna make sure that everybody on ChadArmesTV is aware of it and gets. Y'all be sure to go and stream it. I'm sure you're gonna have you got visuals on the way for it.
I got visuals on the way for it. Yeah, I'm actually shooting one in the ball. I got some shit coming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We I really appreciate you letting me sit down with you, man. I know that
Nah, for sure, man.
the people love to they love tapping in, especially on the interviews. I know just with the videos in general with the podcast. Everybody's got different. These are just different than the podcast is more. It's not as in depth. It's more shoot the shit kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was glad that we was able to get both from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I love the podcast too. I gotta.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, man.
The podcast, I put it back there too.
No, for sure. You have to pull back up there whenever we get,
Sure.
whenever after everything drops and
Yeah.
we'll make everything happen.
I got to.
Yeah.
I got to.
But yeah, man. I appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate you, Jay.
And we'll make sure we get this out soon and people can start tapping in. Hard Times is about to drop. Trapperman, ChadArmesTV, grind hard. Appreciate you, bro.